Well, who would have ever guessed that Joe Biden is a mean, angry old man? It says here, Old Yeller, Biden's private fury. It says, in public, President Biden likes to whisper to make a point. In private, he's prone to yelling. It says, behind closed doors, Biden has such a quick trigger temper that some aides try to avoid meeting alone with him. Some take a colleague almost as a shield against a solo blast. Well, that could also be the sniffing. Yeah, you definitely want to avoid them getting all up in your hair, and then plus that breath, the stale whiskey and tapioca breath. Ugh. Says the president's admonitions include, quote, God damn it, how the F don't you know this? And don't effing bullshit me, and get the F out of here. That's according to current and former Biden aides who have witnessed and been on the receiving end of such outbursts. And you know what? I'm sure he's made it very clear. He likes butterscotch pudding, not vanilla, not chocolate, butterscotch. God damn it. Get the hell out of here, Jack. But it's not like we didn't know he was an a-hole. I mean, he's literally having his administration prosecute his chief political rival. It's all a little banana republic-y, isn't it? It's the kind of thing that tyrants do. And he's not afraid of just publicly punishing anybody who gets in his way. I mean, here, Republicans' key whistleblower indicted for working to advance the interests of China. This is the guy who blew the whistle on Joe and Hunter's corrupt dealings with China. Alleged corrupt dealings with China, including millions of dollars for influence. And come to think of it, that's a little bit banana republic-y too. But anyway, back to this article. It says, why it matters. The private eruptions paint a more complicated picture of Biden as a manager and president than his carefully cultivated image as a kindly uncle who loves aviator sunglasses and ice cream. So all this does, it just paints him as more complicated. And by complicated, I can only assume they mean he's got Alzheimer's disease. Well, what does the NIH have to say about this? What are the signs of Alzheimer's disease? Let's see, memory loss that disrupts daily life.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
Check. Poor judgment leading to bad decisions. I think he's got that covered. Oh, we've got wandering or getting lost here. It says increased anxiety and or aggression. Aggression and anger. Aggressive behaviors may be verbal or physical. They can occur suddenly with no apparent reason or result from a frustrating situation. While aggression can be hard to cope with, understanding that the person with Alzheimer's or dementia is not acting this way on purpose can help. And I'm sure that's what they tell his staff, right? The people that manage him and actually make all the decisions. It says senior and lower level aides alike can be in Biden's line of fire. No one is safe, said one administration official. I don't doubt that for a second, and I sure wouldn't want to be the cleaning lady. Because no matter how many times they tell him, she didn't steal your signed photo with Harry Houdini, because it doesn't exist. He just won't believe it. At least I assume so. Biden aides still talk about how angry he got at Jeff Zients, then the administration's COVID czar, in late 2021 when there was a shortage of testing kits as the Omicron variant spread. Yeah, I don't believe that. I think he thought that he was talking to Mickey Rooney, and he was angry and jealous because he married Ava Gardner. Yeah, I know he's not actually that old, but come on, it's just more fun this way. Let's see, Ted Kaufman, Biden's longtime chief of staff when the future president represented Delaware in the Senate, told Axios that Biden's process is policy-driven and has made him a strong executive. Does anybody believe any of this? That Biden's process, or that he even has a process? But if he did, that it would be policy-driven? Quote, if there's something that's not in the brief, he's going to find it. It's not to embarrass people, it's because he wants to get to the right decision. Most people who have worked for him like the fact that he challenges them and gets them to a better decision. I'm not believing any of this. I think that he's like sitting in the Oval Office and he gets confused. And he thinks he's sitting in his grandmother's living room and he can't find the hard candy. Who took it? I mean, we've all seen that he's not competent. We've all seen it. And by the way, what the hell is this? Biden's sleep apnea has led him to use a CPAP machine at night. Okay, at night, you use it at night. What kind of skin does he have, right? If a strap from a CPAP machine leaves a permanent mark on his face. You know, he gets up, he has his breakfast, he has a shower, has his gets through all through the day, it just stays there. Unless it's not something that he just has strapped to his face at night. Maybe in between all appearances, he's strapped into some other machine that's just keeping him alive somehow. Yeah, I don't think the man's I don't think that he's capable. And by the way, in his decades of politics before he became president, what did he achieve other than protecting credit card companies? And that this, kindly old Uncle Joe thing, he was never a kindly anything. I mean, here, Biden again refuses to acknowledge Hunter's out-of-wedlock daughter while speaking about grandchildren. He refuses to acknowledge his own granddaughter. I mean, forget even about all the other corruption. Forget about all the corruption. Ignoring your own grandchild, refusing your own grandchild to even have your name. If you want just a basic test of character for a man, you've got it right there. And he failed. Both him and his son, by the way. I've said it before. Just based on that alone, these are bad people. These are not nice people. There's nothing kindly about any of them. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Please subscribe, like, and share. Sharing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.